Okay, there we go. Now we're actually back up and running proper. Really sorry about that, everyone. Yeah, like I was just saying, my computer decided to stop working during the stream. All I could hear was music, but my chat with Honest was completely cut off. I had no visuals. I had to force a reboot at that point. But thankfully, despite the computer doing what it did, it remembers where we left off on our tier list, so not the end of the world. So I guess we'll just continue it like I didn't have a random crash all of a sudden. How fitting! My computer crashed when we were talking about Crash.
Yeah, I wasn't really too. I'm not really a Crash person, so I think I said like what, the E.
Yeah, he's down there in E right now. For me, ooh, I'm gonna put him in C, but I'm gonna put him ahead of Chun-Li and Conker because I did play Crash Bandicoot as a kid. I was just more of a Spyro guy personally, but I did enjoy the Crash games when I did play them. It's just between Crash and Spyro, I was definitely way more invested in Spyro by comparison. So, I'd love to see Spyro as a fan-made character. If he ever got added to anything, I would go crazy because that was my childhood growing up. So, yeah, I would put him definitely in the C tier. Not as important as these characters by comparison, because yeah, I think having Chibi Robo is way more like important to me as a fan of Smash. Let's see. So the next one, Dante, currently playable.
I can't see the screen, but is it Dante?
Oh yeah. Oh, I know why. Hang on, I'll fix that right now. There we go.
Dante B tier. I think it'd be cool.
There we go. Now the stream's back. Okay, so Dante would be B. Yeah. Would you put him ahead of Vaporeon or behind?
I know, right there, next to Vaporeon at the bottom.
Vaporeon is more important, dang it.
I just like Vaporeon slightly more. It's just me.
Oh yeah.
But Dante's fine. Like I think if he was added, it'd be cool. But I don't really play that modern version of him too much.
Yeah. Me, personally, I never played the Devil May Cry games, aside from like a demo one time. But it is a really fun game. I just need to finally play. So at the moment, for the time being, D for me, because I have no ties to Devil May Cry as a franchise. But from what I had played, really cool character. So, and I've seen videos of like his personality. He's just totally radiating that I don't care attitude from gaming culture back in the 2000s.
Who's that? Is that Black? Who's that under?
So the next one is Deathborn.
Oh, Deathborn. Probably C. It's alright. I don't really play F-Zero though.
Yeah.
It's basically slow with high amounts of armor.
Pretty much
tricky on what he's doing.
Also, welcome to the podcast, Corey. Thank you for that nice remark. We are resuming where we left off due to a little technical difficulty issue, but we're good. I'd probably put Deathborn in C. Like, I have played F-Zero. I haven't played as much of the GameCube version compared to the others, but I am fixing that because I have been playing the GameCube one recently. It is a lot of fun, but it's really tough. Deathborn would be cool in the sense of finally getting like a proper F-Zero baddie on the roster. Because Captain Falcon is like, he's been there since 1999 and he hasn't had a single friend from F-Zero to join him. So,
is that Dark Link?
Yeah. So the next one, Dark Link, playable thanks to Crusade at this point.
Oh, I never played that version. Or actually, I did. I just don't remember it. Was he like different than Link? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, in Crusade, he's basically Link without any of his projectiles. He's basically Swordy Link.
I don't really have a strong connection. D, probably. I don't want more Links in the game.
Fair enough. Me... Yeah, I'd put Dark Link, just because it's like... Dark Link, as a concept, has always been cool, but in terms of like story impact, he was the final boss in Zelda 2, and he showed up in Ocarina. but it didn't have like that narrative impact in the same way like a Dark Samus did, where it was basically Metroid Prime reincarnated and still causing havoc. So, yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like Dark Link is just like it's supposed to be a giant metaphor of like this is just your
Overcoming
shadow.
your weakness, yeah. And as far as like having Zelda reps added, it is still another Link, and it's like, it's like this ain't it, Chief. This ain't
have
it.
Toon Ganon.
Yeah, even that would have a little bit more of like impact to kind of fill out the tune lineup. I agree. So yeah,
Tunes
doesn't mean a thing to me.
Kamek is I never played that modded version, but I'm not a big Kamek guy. I don't know. If he was put in, I'd be like, cool. It'd be on the same level as Piranha Plant E.
All right.
Not shitting on the modded version. Maybe the modded version is fun.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to play this moveset set either. Bless you, by the way. I have not played the ultimate moveset. I really want to because I hear it's a lot of fun and it's really polished. But as far as a character pick
It's not
goes,
Mario Kart that I want. I don't even play in Mario Kart.
yeah,
I know he was supposed to be in Mario Kart 64.
Kamek is a D. Like I remember Kamek from when I used to play Yoshi's Island. Fun antagonist, really annoying in those games. I like the Magic Koopa design. I'm always for like more spellcaster type characters too to mix up the status quo of Ultimate or any Smash game for that matter. But it's better than Piranha Plant though, because at least Kamek has had an identity, even though there are just.
I'd rather have Dry Bones. Dry Bones or Shy Guy. If we're adding like weird niche Mario, like kind of just baddies, like I'd rather have Shy Guy or Dry Bones.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck that'd work, but anything is possible.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's just more, and also just visually striking.
Isaac, I don't really like the PM version of the character. He's technically it was never finished, so
yeah.
I don't know. It's probably unfair to even judge him on that basis, but I still think he should be put in Smash. So put him in B. Next to Dante.
Oh, next to Dante. Alrighty.
I think he should be given a second chance. His series, isn't it like dead basically?
Pretty much. Golden Sun hasn't had a game since the DS.
It's pretty acclaimed though. To be honest, I've never played Golden Sun, but I feel bad for them, their series, because I feel like they just fucking he should have been added in like Smash 4. It would have made sense, but I feel like all those like games went by and then they started adding more and more ambitious sword characters, and the purpose of him maybe just wasn't as like. It wasn't needed, I feel like, but I know he's not really a swordy. He's like uses magic and stuff.
Kind of more in like the equivalent of like brawling Ganondorf who has sword. It'd be kind of like Magic Zelda Robin. Who has sword, or Robin. Yeah. I will put Isaac in C for me. I have played a bit of the original Golden Sun on Game Boy, but never finished it. But I always thought the mechanics of like the magic tying into like the overworld and stuff, it's a fun game. I just got stuck, and now I've been replaying it recently, trying to remember why did I get stuck, and see if I can actually go somewhere this time and not get confused. It would have been cool to see him back in the day, and honestly, if they decided to like reboot or reignite the Golden Sun franchise, Isaac should be repped, definitely. So the next one.
I've not played Sceptile, but I'll play him on stream later. But he's not my favorite Gen 3 starter. So D.
I'm guessing behind.
I'm sure the modded version's great, but
I'm guessing behind Dark Link or in front of Dark Link?
Yeah, it's fine. Behind Dark Link.
Alright.
Just not really a huge fan of him.
So for me, actually, for Sceptile, I'll probably put in B. Because Sceptile was my fallback. I always picked Torchic first, but I did play Trico quite a bit. Trico and Torchic were always the starter picks I'd play whenever I was doing run-throughs on Sapphire when I played that all the time back in the day. So I did actually kind of like Sceptile, but wasn't my favorite. But man, it would have been so cool back in like the Brawl days to get any Gen 3 Mons on the roster. But by that point, they were already moving into Diamond and Pearl, so that it was outdated, and it made me so bummed. So It'd be cool. It'd be cool.
Blood Falcon. It's a fun. It's like a N64 version of Falcon. It's fun. It's I don't think he would actually be in Smash, but I don't know. C.
Mm-hmm.
C doesn't matter where in the C2. Just C.
Put him behind Deathborn then. For me, oh shoot, for me, I'll put Blood up in B. B for Blood. My reasoning for that is Blood Falcon's been around since the N64 F-Zero for sure, and was always supposed to be the evil Captain Falcon. So the fact that we have evil Samus, evil Pit, like, it would have been cool if we had at least an F-Zero rep that way through evil Falcon, especially if he had a little bit more unique stuff going on than just being an Echo. So that would have been the easy pick to get an F-Zero rep on the roster who's both Echo Fighter and a bad guy character to fill that dark slot. So yeah, would have been a B pick for me.
Blaziken S tier.
Oh yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. So this is probably gonna be top of S tier for the moment.
Yeah. This is my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Oh yeah, then yeah, there is no surprise there.
I do main him in PM Remix. I know there's an updated version coming too, or I played it in Cobalt. Very fun as well.
Cobalt's another one of the PM mods that are out there.
He'll never be in Smash, but it's just my favorite Pokemon of all time. So.
Blaziken is definitely more of my favorite starter. Definitely an A pick. Ahead of Bomberman. My favorite Pokemon of all time? Ooh, that's a real tough one. Back in the day, I would have probably said Caesar was one of my favorites. I used to just, for a period, I only cared about like the legendaries. So for a bit, I actually thought Entei was like one of the coolest. And Mewtwo. Entei and Mewtwo were like my favorites. I'd have to say currently, one of my favorites is probably Deoxys.
Oh, okay.
So if I had to pick, if someone was like, we're gonna put a Gen 3 Pokemon into the next Smash game, Deoxys.
Isn't there?
There was a janky Deoxys, but it was a palette swap over that janky Kid Buu PM moveset that existed way back in the day. So we haven't actually gotten a honest-to-goodness polished Deoxys yet in any way. I hope that changes. I'd love to actually play Deoxys in something and have him on this list. But alas. So next up, the Black Mage.
I don't really have a strong connection with Black Mage. Probably C.
There we go. Yeah, Black Mage is playable both in Crusade and Flash 2. It's one of those.
Bad moveset in that game. It's just not my favorite character, but C is fine.
I put this in E. This is blasphemous to Final Fantasy fans, especially the old school ones, but as far as Final Fantasy games go, I only really cared about 6, and I have been playing 7 thanks to the remake, but 6 was pretty much my only Final Fantasy. Never had any interest in the others, so yeah, no attachment to Black Mage at all, no nothing, so just no real opinion. Vice versa, though.
Your screen's black for me, but that's fine.
Oh, it blacked out? Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, I see what happened. Alright, it should be back now, right?
It says has stream paused.
Oh. Swap to your application to resume. Okay, what about now? Is it back?
I'll give it a sec.
If it doesn't pop back up, I'll just
yeah, just tell me what's next.
Or your stream currently has reduced video. Okay, it's saying it's due to network connections. So let me see if I can fix it a second. I'll just restart it. All right. Oop. Set the resolution back to 15. Okay, there we go again. It's back.
Black Knight's pretty fun. I don't think he'll ever get added though. It's been long past it's you know how I feel about the Fire Emblem characters. It's long past his time, but B tier is fine.
All right.
Really fun tank character.
For me, even though I don't have like too much tie to Fire Emblem, I will put in the B tier because I know that he's a very prominent antagonist in Ike's games, and we don't have any actual Fire Emblem bad guys, which was always baffling to me. So this would have been a great idea to just finally give us a villain rep. So I'm glad we can play him thanks to like the PM mods like Cobalt and Remix. Oh, here we go.
Balloon Fighter D. I don't really have a huge connection with him. The modded version's cool, or in Crusade. It's like it's well made, but it's just not a character I really care for.
Yeah, that's a big reminder. It's like this is a personal preference list based on like which characters we actually care about in any way, shape, or form. It's not about the quality of the moveset because most of these movesets are really good. Me, I'm gonna actually put Balloon Fighter. Ooh, an A tier in front of Bomberman. So, little fun fact. Balloon Fighter was actually the NES game I played one of the most of back when I had Animal Crossing and unlocked it. I loved Balloon Fighter. It was such a goofy game, and I got kicks out of it. I would have loved to see this character as like a retro rep pick. I would have been like, that's it. That's the way.
I haven't played Ashley. I don't know what character or what game she's in. I know she's a Wario character, but like I don't know what Smash. Is it Crusade?
Yeah, she's playable in Crusade.
Okay. But she'd be cool if she was in Smash. I'll put her in C.
There we go. I'm gonna put her personally for me in. Yeah, I'll put her low C as well. I have not really played too much of the WarioWare games, so that's a big mistake on my part because I know they're a lot of fun. I just never got the chance to actually play it with a group proper to enjoy it, so. Yeah, but she's got a neat design, and she's definitely one of the more memorable characters of WarioWare, even though I haven't played it. She has her own song in Smash Bros. For crying out loud, so.
I feel like if there's a Wario character, it'd be her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see it. She'd be the prime pick as a WarioWare rep.
Knuckles S tier. PM Knuckles, right?
Yeah, this is the P plus Knuckles that you'll see.
Very well made character. That character's come along. I actually think I like Knuckles too. He's probably if he was actually added to Smash, it would be hard to adjust to his like real moveset because the PM moveset is like so incredible. 10 out of 10. Was it Virum? Virum made it, right?
I think so.
Virum was like push that. Yeah, like it was in development for a long ass time because he was scrapped from 3.6 and then they added him in P+.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually good competitively too, so S tier though, very well made.
Knuckles for me kind of goes back to the never really caring too much about Sonic, but still important enough because I did play Sonic Heroes growing up, and I did play a lot of that and thought
I had a
Knuckles...
Sonic hero, but I kind of I don't know. I grew out of it when the game started sucking. I grew out of it.
Yeah, I didn't have that much attachment. I only had the one game under my belt, and that was pretty much it at the time. I have started playing some of the others off and on, just kind of, check out on what I missed growing up, playing like the retro ones. Knuckles is important. Would make sense to have as another character alongside Sonic to have more of that Sega representation, and it's Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles, they were literally enemies at one point in one of their games, so that's a B tier pick for me. And he's got a neat design. Like, I'm not a Sonic fan, but Knuckles has a cool design. I like the red.
Gino is S.
Ooh.
He should be in Smash. The legacy moveset, although I wish it was stronger, it's very well made.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he was in Smash.
How high on S would you put Gino?
Right on the Knuckles is fine. He's fine. Or maybe fuck it. Put him, swap him and Chibi.
Oh, okay. You get over here, Chibi, and Gino, you climb up the ranks. There we go. Yeah. So for me, Gino's gonna be a Gino's gonna be an A pick. I always liked his design, but never got to play RPG when I was growing up. My first Mario RPG was Paper Mario. But whenever I saw Gino, I always thought he looked really cool. And it made me want to actually play the game. And it made me finally get the game. So, I don't have like a strong history to Gino, but as a character design goes, really cool character. Kind of a fun mix between being both a Nintendo rep and a Square rep. So, having him in would kind of show, hey, we're on good terms. So I would not complain if we got Gino. Gino is playable both in Remix currently, and of course Legacy back in the day, and there is a Crusade moveset.
Crystal put her in A.
Ooh. Behind or in front of Slippy?
Yeah, behind. Fine. Was it Flash 2? Yeah, it's a solid moveset, and she should actually be in Smash.
Oh yeah. It would be, like, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. I'm not, like, I never played Adventures. I remember seeing the advertisements for it, but I don't know, as soon as I heard it wasn't a rail shooter, it just didn't do it for me, so I just kind of, at that point. But Star Fox Assault, on the other hand, yeah. So, B tier pick, below Knuckles in this case. She's playable both in Flash 2, and there is a Crusade moveset, and I know the Crusade devs really want to update her sprite one of these days, because it's one of the oldest sprites still. Yeah. And the Flash 2 moveset is just way more fun by comparison.
It's more fleshed out. Goemon, I don't particularly love him. It's a fun moveset. It's a C. C is fine. Behind a it's fine. It's basically Tiny Cloud.
And he literally has a cloud too, which just makes it even more amazing. Never did play any of the Kid Ninja games with Goemon. I remember seeing him advertised a lot and thought his design was neat. He's a Konami rep, so it would be kind of cool to get him, but in terms of like a general attachment, I'll put him in D behind Magikoopa for the moment. Yeah, but the remix moveset is a lot of fun in a 64 remix.
Lloyd, I never played was it Tears of...
Was it like Tales of Symphonia, I think?
Tales, yeah. Never played Tales. It'd be cool though, like, I'm not completely against it. Put him in the C.
Oop, there we go. I was like, oh yeah, I did move him before that, so there we go. I never played any of the Tales games at all. Remember seeing the advertisements in the PlayStation magazines way back when. But no real attachments, so I'm gonna put him down in D. But he has a striking design, and I heard the games are good, so maybe I'll finally fix that. I have more of a desire to play a Tales game than any well, pretty much any of these at this point.
Goku, I'm not an anime fan. I don't really watch anime. I know that I don't really care. I have no connection with him. The modded version's alright though. Is it Legacy? Put him in E.
Ooh. Okay, so
he's just kind of like, if he was added, it would be fine. I wouldn't hate it, but it just seems against what like Smash is about. But I know some people might completely disagree and say Smash should go into the anime sector. I don't really.
Yeah.
I really care too much though.
For me, I'm putting Goku in F. For two reasons. There's two big reasons that validate why. One, I never grew up on the Dragon Ball hype train. I got into my big shonen anime craze when Naruto entered the scene, and that was my Dragon Ball. That's one reason. I have no attachment to Goku, really. I only watched one of the shows when I was growing up. Didn't really, But and the other big thing is because I still feel to this day Smash is a celebration of video game characters that got their starts in gaming. So until the day Smash Bros. Itself says, hey, fourth parties are on the table, and we're doing it like Fortnite and all these other franchises, I still see Smash as a celebration of gaming characters, and Goku didn't start as that, so it just, I have no desire at the moment to see these characters in Smash. I don't need it. Doesn't mean anything to me.
Naruto, F. Same reason.
Yeah.
Same reason. I just put Goku slightly higher because he's like in Smash.
Very iconic, and was.
I don't really care for. I know me.
So for me, oh yeah. So to also clarify, Goku and Naruto are characters that are playable. Goku's in Flash, and Crusade, and has a PM moveset that's floating out there. Naruto is a Flash 2 character at the moment. A good one, really well polished. But for me, even though I was saying I was a fan of Naruto, still an F. Still an F for me. I grew up watching Naruto, loved the games, loved the show. Kind of fallen out over the years just because, you know, you just burn out over it over the time, and not really a fan of the direction it's going in now with a new series. As much as I enjoyed Naruto and the franchise growing up, it goes back to my point. Fourth parties, don't feel it, don't really need it in Smash. But still prefer it over Goku because I liked it.
Dragon King, the mod is incredible. The Pepsi Man mod is awesome, but do I want him in Smash? No. F.
Ooh.
The modded version's fun as hell. It's like you put on the Pepsi Man. Just say I wouldn't want the character in Smash, but I don't think like he would ever have a chance. But the mod is fun. The mod is a really fun game.
For me, I'll put D at the moment. It goes back to that thing of like, if this ever officially happened, it would be such an out there pick. It would almost be like another joke character if Sakurai decided, hey, we're gonna put the actual like prototype character into the game. I'd be like, oh, I didn't expect that in any way, shape, or form. And it's a Smash original character, so that'd be cool to see. But it's just like, it's not like it's gonna make waves in like the wider gaming community. It has no pull. It's just a novelty. So D for me, but it'd be cool to see. But yeah.
Metal Sonic. Not my favorite Sonic character. The modded moveset's pretty decent, though. I don't know. C. She's fine.
Let's see. Me, I'll put Metal Sonic in C as well. Sonic Heroes, technically in the game, is the main bad guy. That's kind of a spoiler there in and of itself, but always thought the design was neat. Kind of cool. Evil Sonic robot makes it a little bit more interesting. Always like robotic characters, so I like the look. It's cooler looking to me than regular Sonic, but that's just a me thing. Metal Sonic, currently playable in Remix, and was a Legacy XP character. Oh yeah, and Dragon King, Smash Remix, you can play Dragon King there. Next up, Black Shadow.
A. Really fun character.
Hmm.
Really fun character. Top of A, but if that's possible. If not, it's fucking...
Oh yeah, it's
anywhere.
Definitely possible. All I gotta do is thankfully just grab and slide. There we go. Oop, too far. Yeah, Black Shadow for me, I'm probably gonna put in B. It'd be a cooler pick than Blood Falcon, so I'll put him ahead of Blood Falcon for me, just because he's...
Do you want that Ganon moveset to come back and like give Ganon his own moveset?
If Smash decided to do that, I would have no objections. Make Ganon more unique, and then give him the slower, more powerful moveset.
It doesn't need to be like a clone exactly of Ganon, like a 1-to-1, but like what PM Remix did is the soul of him is basically Ganon, but it's like also different at the same time, which is what I like.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know it's F-Zero, and he's like, that's probably not what they would do. If he would not be added to Smash, I don't think, unless it was like an Echo Fighter or some shit.
Yeah. But I mean, if Smash was smart in the sense of like, hey, we're repping more of our franchises, especially the ones that have been here since day one, Black Shadow would be like a really good pick for that. So, I'd like to see it. Black Shadow's been around F-Zero for as long as the franchise itself, pretty much. So, give the bad guy who always gives Captain Falcon a hard time his slot, dang it. Give Falcon his main baddie, like Mario to Bowser, basically.
Metal Face, F.
Poor Metal Face.
I like Xenoblade, but I don't know, it's fucking weird ass moveset. I'm sorry. Weird character, weird moveset. He's alright. Like, he's not, no disrespect to the modder, but it's not my character.
Yeah, definitely get that. Metal Face for me is probably going to be an E. Nothing against the character itself. The character is amazing. It's more so like this character. It feels like this is the real Ridley's too big for Smash, especially given the context of what a Metal Face is in Xenoblade. It's like, if it was announced as a fighter, I'd be like, huh. You got so many Xenoblade and Xeno characters from the entire Xeno franchise, and you want to put in Metal Face? Alright. Yeah. It doesn't fit as well in my Smash brain, basically. Even though the moveset in Remix is a lot of fun.
Waddle Dee. Okay. I don't love the moveset, but I think he should be added. Like, or maybe I don't know. He's just not. I think he should be added just to throw a Kirby character in there, but I'm not like in love with the character. I don't know. C. Possible.
I might have to grab some of these and move them over to the other side just to make room as they start popping out back here. It's the only problem when you have this many characters. Imagine doing this with the whole Remix roster. Let's see. For me, Bandanity, I'll put in B behind Crystal for the moment. I enjoy the Kirby games, but I didn't play any of the newer ones where Bandanity became kind of like the staple. But yeah, it'd be cool to see a new Kirby face that isn't just like, you know, an easy echo. Because Bandana at least feels like there's some unique stuff that could be done there. Going off of the actual Kirby games that I have played, like Star Allies where he's playable. I like it. As a Kirby fan, I'd like to see more Kirby, so no complaints. I'd love to see Bandana. Mega Man X.
B tier.
Yeah.
It's fun. He's alright. Definitely really good, and Legacy is a fast follower. I don't really. I think they don't need to add him though to Smash officially. Like they got Mega Man.
Yeah.
I know that might be a hot take, but
cool as it be, at least he's in the final Smash, basically.
Zero would be better than X.
Yeah, especially thanks to MVC Legacy. More of an impact. Oh yeah, Bandana, you forgot to mention, you can play Bandana in Flash 2 and also Remix currently. I'm putting X for C because I only played the original Mega Man games way back when. Never got to play the X ones. I actually regret it. I played X. I'm like, ooh, this feels just way better. I wish I actually had played these ones, but there's no real attachment to X. So, C for me. But yeah, you can play X currently in PMEX Remix as well.
I don't really care too much for this character. This is the Castlevania.
Yeah, this is Alucard.
D tier.
Yeah, there's an ultimate modded moveset based on his assist trophy, and in Remix we have a moveset that was also based on the assist trophy. I don't have like too strong a ties to Castlevania. I only recently, over the past few years, got invested in it. But because of that, I actually really do like Alucard as a character now, so I'm putting him in A. It's mostly thanks to the series, and then of course playing a bit of Symphony of the Night that put him up there for me. And it's funny to think Sakurai would have added him to Ultimate, but decided not to, just because Belmonts are more iconic with Castlevania. Alucard's like the second best thing, but Belmonts still resonate more, especially Simon Belmont. So, would be cool. If they ever do more Castlevania reps, give us Alucard.
Marina, B tier. I think she's fun. I've never played the game, but she's a fun character. She's a grappler.
So yeah, down here with Alucard.
B tier, B tier.
Oh, B tier.
Okay.
Me, I'm gonna put her in D myself, because I never played Mischief Makers. I tried it randomly at one of the game bars that I went to, because it was one of the games they had loaded up on the emulator. And it was after she was added to Smash Remix. I was like, oh, so what is this character from? And it's like, it's neat. Maybe I would have liked it more growing up, but no real attachment.
I don't think it sold well, but it was a very niche game. I don't have any connection to Digimon. Probably E.
Probably, yeah. Because to be fair, Digimon's strongest presence was thanks to the animes. So for me, Agumon. Oh, Agumon's actually going to be an S tier pick for me. So I grew up watching Digimon. I played the games. Agumon was one of my favorite characters from the franchise, especially when he started digivolving to his better forms. So big investment there. Agumon would be like one of my top picks if it ever happened. So Agumon currently playable in Crusade. Really fun moveset. It's almost like a Joker type character with a meter builds up, and then Arsene's basically digivolving to Greymon.
Mad Piano. A nice meme moveset. Who doesn't like a little meme moveset? He's between D and E. Probably just put him in D.
All right, me. It's also a D. As much as I remember how much this thing
I know, you know. I think for a Mad Piano, like I would not want that character in Smash, but it's a good moveset. It's funny. I don't even know if it's legal. I don't think so.
It's not. It's one of the busted characters, but I have memories of this stupid thing when I played 64 Mario for the first time, and it freaked me out as a kid. If it got put into Smash, it would literally be Sakurai making fun of the millennials that grew up with N64. So I would like it only in the jab of like, yeah, you old timers that are still playing Smash Bros. You remember how much this scarred you as a kid. So, but as far as like being a character that got announced for Smash, most people would look at it and go, what?
I don't know. Maybe you could think about it this way: 64 is like speed. It's one of the biggest speedrunning games. Like I think a lot of young people play.
True.
64.
I mean, casually, sure. But if the people are just focused on speedrunning, a lot of the times Big Boo's Hot's bypassed entirely. So unless you're doing like a completion run for stars.
I still think it represents a very like iconic game. It got a remake on the DS.
It does. It does. It does count. And the Mad Piano was there. Shoot. Okay. You know what? Fine. I'll put Mad Piano in C. Like Mad Piano.
I'm leaving him where he's at. I don't want him, but I'm just throwing Mario 64 some cred.
Yeah. I'm doing it only because this would be such a troll move on Sakurai's part if some reason we ever got Mad Piano of all things. Imagine if Mad Piano was the character instead of Piranha
If that was
Plant.
before Toad and Geno, and that would be even Paper Mario, that would be stupid. But
yeah,
if we went through all those characters, sure, why not? Mm. Anyways, Zero Aura. Very well made character. I don't. He's not my favorite, but he's cool. Put him in B's fine. I'm sure. Fuck it. I don't think he has a chance of ever getting smashed.
Not at this point. We're kind of past Incineroar. If it
I don't want another electric Pokemon either, to be honest.
Yeah.
The moveset is cool. Is why I'm giving it the B.
Yeah, Zeraora is a B pick. I didn't play too much Sun and Moon. I played it later just to finally complete it. But it's one of the better design looking mons from that generation, and it's a mythical Pokemon too.
What game? It was Sun and Moon, wasn't
I think it was Ultra Sun and Moon that Zeraora got introduced.
You're right.
I'm going to move these guys over here just to make some room. I'm going to still finish the bottom row, but I just want to move them because I know our picks are going to start popping out of the side here pretty quick. So I just want to be ready.
Shit. Is it my turn?
Yeah, so the next one is going to be Mach Rider.
There's a modded moveset for Mach Rider?
Yeah, you gotta... Technically, Mach Rider is playable in Crusade.
He'd be cool, but I can't recall that moveset off the top of my head. C.
Alright. Oops. Me, I'm gonna put Mach Rider down in E for a personal pick. Never played Mach Rider until way later on the Nintendo Online. It's fine. It wasn't one of the retro games I had any appreciation for. I didn't get to grow up with it. It didn't leave an impact. The assist trophy, whenever I saw, not the assist trophy, the trophy in Melee, I always thought looked kind of cool, but there was just no tie. I got nothing with Mach Rider, and it's also a retro character that literally only had one game. Maybe they should bring Mach Rider back and make him relevant again.
This is you, right? From Persona 4. D. I don't think. Although I do like Persona, I like the series. I beat Persona 3, but Persona. Excuse me. I think if they added a Persona character, it'd be a new one. Persona 6.
It'd be kind of weird at this point to.
I don't love the moveset either. Effects.
4 would really only have relevance if they decided to do a remake in the same vein of like any of the others lately.
Yes.
And because I have not played any of the Persona games, D. Would be cool to have another Persona rep officially on the roster, though, just to, make the guest character slot feel even more significant. Because it's also a Sega rep, too. Like, more Sega characters, more Sega representation. It's always a nice touch.
He's Sega?
Oh, yeah, because if I remember correctly, the Persona games are distributed by Sega.
I didn't think of that.
So,
Lynn...
Oh, yeah.
It's a really fun character. Put her... Is it possible to move her just top of A?
Oh, yeah. Top of A. Yeah, I'll just slide these ones back and then stick her there.
Really fun character, but I don't think has an actual chance of being in Smash, but she is assist trophy. If they wanted to add a character to like represent the first game that like was out in the West, the first character that anyone in the West is like probably associated with Fire Emblem, it's her.
Yeah, she was like the beginning.
She's literally the we play, yeah. The PM and Cobalt version, they've kind of taken the baton of what like she was supposed to be in PM, but they've taken that baton and kind of moved it forward. Yeah.
She's a C pick for me just because of the no real history with Fire Emblem. So because of that, all I have is Smash Bros. Appearance. I thought her design looked cool and the assist trophy was neat. And like you said, she was one of the very first characters people ever played thanks to Fire Emblem making it over here. So there's significance. It would be cool to do it in that same vein of like adding Banjo-Kazooie to Ultimate. It's like bringing back a character that people have a lot of fond memories of and adding her in as like a legacy character at that point. But yeah, she was a canceled PM character and is being revived by Cobalt, so that'll be fun to play next time. So the next one, ooh boy.
Actually, you know what? Put Lynn in the S tier. Fuck it.
Oh, Lynn in S tier. Okay, in that case.
You can leave that spot. You can leave that spot though, because there will be a character that will fill it. But just put Lynn under Chibi and then just leave the spot empty because there'll be another character coming up that can go in that spot.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Waluigi. B.
Let's see. So Waluigi's gonna be B. I'm gonna leave this gap here. There we go. Which place in B do you think?
Bottom of B next to Zero.
There we go. For me, Waluigi, yeah.
He's probably my favorite Mario character.
Yeah.
It's like I don't absolutely want him. He's not like crazy about Waluigi, but I just feel like he's kind of like and done dirty. He would be easy to add. I don't know why Sakurai fucking hates him, but
I'm putting Waluigi as an S pick for me. Out of like the ensemble Mario cast that hasn't been officially added at this point. Yeah, he's my pick. He's just such a goober. I like his design, no matter how much Nintendo was.
To be real, he's not in main Mario games. That's probably the reason why they never put him in. Like he's not in New Super Mario Brothers. You know what I mean? Like, but he's like in Mario Kart, Mario Party, whatever. But everyone knows him. He's
the spin-off guy with a heart of not gold, trying to finally get his like long due fame.
People like him.
I like his design.
Really,
he's tall. He's
weird.
Lanky. He's just off-putting. He's like creepy. Like he's
mod is really well made.
Oh yeah.
And he's
he's a character you can find pretty much in every like fan-made game or mod out there. He's in Crusade, Flash 2, Remix. He was in Legacy. Yeah, he's everywhere. So, and I always thought he was a neat design. I like the evil Luigi design and how they made it very different from the evil Wario. Because I could have made evil Luigi just a pudgy fat guy like Wario, but they did it the other way. They made him extra tall, extra lanky, and I don't know. I just like how he's kind of like the underdog who is trying to be cooler than he actually is, but wants his time in the spotlight. So I appreciate his like the underdog aspect of him.
I didn't really play him in Rex or PM Remix. Is there a reason for that?
Just because of the moveset itself. Like vertical based moveset is very tricky for me. I've always liked having more like horizontal drift when I do stuff, and he's very stiff in the air by design. Like he's fun on it. Yeah,
the opposite of Wario.
Yeah. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just moveset-wise. This is one of those fine examples of the character and moveset not... I love the character. The moveset is tough. So, That's why. It's that same equivalent as like why I played Shadow and Legacy back in the day, because I didn't care about the character, but the moveset just worked for me. So, but as far as the character goes, yeah, I'd love to see Waluigi, added in Smash finally for real.
I don't watch One Piece F.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. For me, it's gonna be F also, kind of going with my stance. But I am gonna put Luffy behind. I'm gonna put Luffy behind Goku because I actually did watch One Piece and I still check out One Piece every now and again. It means more to me than Dragon Ball does. But goes back to that thing. Fourth parties, Smash doesn't mix for me. I don't need it. I don't need it in Smash. It doesn't do it for me. So, next up. Oh, it's your.
I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't have a big attachment to him though, so E.
Fair enough. There we go. Down in E. Me, Vector Man's definitely one of those examples of I had no idea who this was, played him in Remix, and was like, oh, this character's fun. Made me do research. Finally played his games. They came out in the 90s. Vector Man and the games are actually
I played his game once. Never played it again.
They're fun. Like, they're legitimately fun games. And I actually enjoy playing them just casually, just picking it up and seeing how far I can get before I lose all my lives. I would have liked the Vector Man games if I had grown up with them. I know that for a fact. But in terms of, he's still new to me because I didn't realize. So I'll put him in... Put him in low B. If I'd actually grown up with this character, I probably would have put him in an S tier, though. I will admit that. Because he is a cool character. I like his design. His games are actually a lot of fun. I just don't have, a lifelong commitment to the character. So, that's why he's in B.
Knuckle Joe is fucking busted as hell. In Remix. I don't have a strong connection with him. I'd rather have Waddle D. Waddle D. Or, I'm sorry, Knuckle Joe and the D. Sorry, not Waddle D.
Fair enough. He's just one of the miscellaneous bad guys. I remember him in the Kirby Right Back At Ya anime. Very different character compared to how I always pictured the character, thanks to the assist trophy and then, of course, the Kirby games. Not my, as far as Kirby reps go, not an immediate pick. Even though I like the Kirby games, I say D. I got no real attachment to Knuckle Joe other than thanks to him having the Fighter Kirby ability when I played. Other than that,
Toad. I don't like the modded version, but I like Ultimate S Toad. S. Want him in Smash though. Throw him a fucking bone.
Mm-hmm.
Put him there.
Yeah, that spot. Actually,
the reason why he's an S is because I don't love Toad. I probably wouldn't even be a Toad main, but it's why isn't he there? You know why he's not there?
True.
Why isn't he?
Yeah, why do we get Plant over Toad?
Mentioned Waluigi, why isn't Waluigi there? But
even
also, why isn't Toad there?
Yeah, I will admit, even Toad would have had more grounds to be added as the character instead of what we got with Plant. I totally agree. Toad should have been the pick if they were going to do just the random Mario rep. It would have actually made a lot of sense.
Mario movie. He's in the Mario movie. Fucking.
I have to say.
Everyone knows who Toad is. Yeah.
Toad's gonna be.
I don't love the moveset for him though in Remix, but yeah.
Toad's gonna be a high A for me. Enjoyed playing Toad because I had Super Mario Advance for the Game Boy. Toad was usually the character I wound up picking to play through it because I liked how fast he was and how quickly he could throw vegetables, even though his jump was garbage. But yeah, Toad's had an impact. Wario's Woods also really. Yeah. Wario's Woods was also.
Turnips. Just pull the stuff he does in Mario 2.
Was good.
Some spin-off stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
Captain Toad, even. You could even use Captain Toad instead of Toad, whatever. Same shit.
Definitely. And yeah, and it's Toad. It has impact. I watched the Mario Super Show. The character means something to me from my Mario days, so it'd be cool to see him playable. Toad is actually
Klonoa.
playable. Oh. Klonoa.
I don't have a strong connection with Klonoa. D2 though.
Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, forgot to mention Toad. Yeah, playable in Remix. Also has a Crusade moveset. And also has an Ultimate Mod moveset that's pretty good.
Is it Crusade?
Yeah, Klonoa is a Crusade character.
Yeah, that's right.
Crusade only at the moment. For me, Klonoa is gonna be B.
Archer games really hard to find.
Yes, but the games actually, the 1 and 2 got remakes a couple years back that released both on Steam and on the Nintendo. And if it weren't for those games, I would not have Klonoa up in B. But Klonoa's games are charming. It kind of reminds me of Kirby 64 back in the day and that same sort of like mysticism. So yeah, Klonoa is actually a really cool character. I like the concept of the lore of Klonoa, like the design. Would be a cool extra like Namco rep to throw in, even though he's way more niche compared to like Kazuya or Pac-Man by comparison. He's a nothing by their standards. But he's such a cool, obscure nothing, it'd be cool to see him get thrown a bone. So I'm happy we can play him in Crusade. I like his Crusade moveset quite a bit. Very faithful to the source material games.
Tails, D. I don't really give a
D.
Not my favorite Sonic character. If he was added, I actually think I would be okay with him being added to Smash. He would fit, but he's not my favorite Sonic character. That's really why. And I don't like him really in PM Remix that much at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, he's playable in Remix, and he's got a Flash 2 moveset, and he's also in Crusade, so he's actually around.
But he's broken in Flash 2.
E. Even though I played him back in Sonic Heroes, it just... I don't know, he's my least favorite character to use because of the formations. Didn't like the flying really too much. Just kind of eh. So, no real care for Tails. But if it got added, I wouldn't complain just because it's like, hey, more Sonic reps. That's cool for the roster's sake and having more franchise representation. But no attachment. Never really into Tails. Ooh. Heracross.
B tier, really good mod.
Mm-hmm.
Really good mod. B tier.
Let's see. Heracross was actually one of the Gen 2 mods. Funny how Gen 2 actually had my favorite bug Pokemon looking back. I would put Heracross in A, but low A, just because Caesar was always the coolest one to me. Like, Heracross was neat, but Caesar was just so much cooler. I actually remember when I was a kid, I used to think until I caught Heracross that Heracross was the evolution of Pinsir, like Caesar was to a Scyther. And
I think at one point they might have fucked around with that. I mean, Pinsir was supposed to have evolution in Gen 2.
Yeah, so that could have been the idea before they were like,
in the leaked build, it was a Pluck or some shit. It was called Plucks.
Huh.
It was in there.
Cool. Yeah, I have to check that out again. It's been a minute since I've seen the Space World stuff. I need to check that out. Happy Hair, the Star Fox team.
C. The mod's fun and remix, but just not really my go-to Star Fox character that I would want.
Yeah, I'd rather have Slippy, even if it was just for the novelty of beating the crap out of him, you know? Like, shoot. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, Crusade, you can play Heracross there. But yeah, and then Peppy and Slippy, they're both playable in Smash Remix as the bonus characters, the busted ones for the slot. But yeah, Peppy, even though, like I said, big fan of Star Fox, always liked Peppy, the iconic do a barrel roll. If they could find a way to do the barrel roll into the moveset somehow, I'd probably C. I'll put him actually ahead. I'm going to put him ahead of a couple of characters here. I'm going to put him where Isaac is currently and slide him back just a little bit. It would be kind of cool to have Peppy, but not as cool as having Slippy, even if it's just for the novelty of just beating up Slippy. Alright, we're coming up on the final stretches of characters. We got another anime.
F.
Poor Ichigo.
I'm not gonna put the anime characters high, I don't know.
For me... okay, so Ichigo's another Flash 2 character. For me, though, I did watch Bleach off and on back in the Adult Swim days. I did actually enjoy Bleach for a minute there when I was watching. But I don't really have like a big attachment to Bleach. Not in the same way of like Naruto or even One Piece. I think I'd actually rather watch One Piece over Bleach at this point. But I still would rather get involved in Bleach over Dragon Ball. I hate to be that guy. I'm going to make a lot of Dragon Ball fans angry. I can feel it. But yeah, these 3 shows had more significance to me than this, but I would not want to see any of them in Smash. It goes back to that same point. Next up.
S, yeah, put him in S. Really good moveset.
How
He
high?
should be in Smash too. Next to Knuckles, I guess. Fuck it.
Okay, in that case, I'll slide these 3 back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. I'm also gonna put Shadow definitely
The
higher.
moveset's really well made.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him higher than Tails in this case for me. I'll put him up in shoot. Yeah, I'll put him up in B. I'll put him up there. I'll put him next to Knuckles too. But actually, thinking it over at this point, ooh. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna move these 2. Put them back here. And then I'm gonna put Klonoa and... Yeah. I'm gonna move Knuckles ahead here, and then put Shadow behind Black Knight. There we go. Thinking about it for a moment. Yeah, I like this arrangement more. I'd rather have Knuckles over Shadow, but Shadow would be like the go-to, easy to make another character to fit the Sonic lineup. Very relevant right now. Would actually make some waves if we ever got him officially, so it is cool. And his moveset is a lot of fun. I don't really have an attachment to the character, but he's very relevant right now, so credit where credit's due.
Shantae, I don't really have a strong connection with. Never played her games. D tier.
Got it. Oh yeah, and of course Shadow is pretty much Actually, Shadow's playable both in Crusade and Remix currently, and I think there's also an Ultimate port. So there's definitely ways to play Shadow thanks to the community. Shantae, I'll put in C. I think her games are fun, but I didn't grow up with them. Only more so played them over the last few years. They're good games. Pirate's Curse is actually really, really good. It's like a hidden Metroidvania gem. So I've been enjoying that, but there's not a ton of attachment. I like her design. Cool character. Like the indie representation. Cool that she got a Mii costume. I'd like to see her jump up as an actual fighter in Smash one day. So she's a big pick. Actually, I'll even put her ahead of Lyn in this case. So there we go. Alright, next up, Sniper.
He's an alright starter. I don't love any of the Gen 5 starters more than any. They're like on the same level. I've used every single one in like at least one playthrough, but I don't love the modern moveset of Snivy. It's okay. C. Next to Peppy.
Yeah, admittedly, Snivy's going to be one of the lowest Pokemon on my list.
I don't think he'll have to be added. It's too far. His time's gone.
Yeah, and Gen 5 was one I completely missed out on until I started playing them again because of Pokemon Bank. So I don't really have any attachment to these mods the way that I do Gen 3 and prior. Would still be cool to see just more Pokemon that, just flesh out the generations a little bit. But Snivy's a D pick for me.
Sukapon, D tier.
D tier.
I don't really care. Yeah, it's just not really a character I care about that much. Really niche.
Sukapon is also playable currently in Crusade and in...
Oh, I meant E.
Oh, B.
E
Oh,
as in Edward.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So Sukapon's playable in Crusade and also in Remix currently. Sukapon, the very first fighting game franchise Nintendo ever dipped their toes in. Never played it because it wasn't very easy to get your hands on. It was a Japanese-only game that only made the rounds thanks to like ROM hacks that translated it. And I think Switch Online you can play. I have to double check to be sure. Very obscure, but it was the first fighting game franchise. it's 2D. It's like Street Fighter in that sense, or King of Fighters, Blaze Blue, that same sort of E for me. Fun, goofy little character. Would not matter to me if it ever got, added to Smash Bros. In any way. Fun to play, but it ain't doing it for me. Uh-oh.
Fuck, Tingle. I used to want him more back in the day, but I think there's a better Zelda character. Put him in the C.
I'm guessing next to Snivy there. Tingle's gonna be... Tingle is actually gonna be an A pick for me. I really love Majora's Mask. It's one of my all-time favorite games. Tingle's such a goober in it. And he's a lot of fun to play in Hyrule Warriors as well. Very unorthodox. Just a strange character. But I'm getting closer to actually understanding Tingle, because Tingle's 35, and I'm not too far off from that at this point. Like, someday I'm gonna be Tingle. So, but I always thought he was a fun little character. Just a strange oddball, but I don't know. I like Majora's Mask. It'd be cool to get some Majora's Mask representation of all things. It would never happen, but would be an A pick for me. Show me some Majora's Mask love, basically. Oh yeah, and playable in Crusade currently. Fun fact, early Remix did have a Tingle that was playable, but got dropped because it never reached any higher quality than where it was at and got kind of left behind. So yeah, only Crusade's the only place you can play Tingle currently.
Put Zero in, fucking put him in A.
Ooh.
I don't, absolutely want him in Smash, but he's cool.
Yeah. He's got a neat design.
Yeah, he's cool.
That's
if you were gonna add an X character, it'd be him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's one of the cooler looking Mega Man characters. I always thought that. I'll put him in low A. I did play him a couple of times when I played MVC, so he's good.
Same. I did too. He's fucking always good.
Yeah, so he's worthy of an A in my opinion. Like
Goomba. E.
It's the piranha plant situation.
Goomba before Toad.
Yeah, it's like you're really gonna do this. Out of all characters, even Koopa Troopa would have more of a standing. I'm in the same boat. Goomba's an E pick. You can play Goomba in Crusade. Fun moveset, really good character, but seriously, why miscellaneous Mario enemy number 1 over anything else, you know?
Who is that? Is that Sub-Zero?
Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead. I'll move you over here first, but yeah. Sub-Zero.
I don't think he would fit in Smash. I don't really like the moveset too much. E.
Ooh. I don't have a strong attachment to Mortal Kombat. I played it a few times as a kid when I went over to my friends' houses. So it's not like...
If you was added, I wouldn't hate it. If they added Scorpion, I wouldn't be against it. But it's just, I'm not a huge fan of the remix version.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just not really a big Mortal Kombat fan. So D pick for me personally. I mean, they're fun games. It's just it didn't have an impact on me growing up. I was never into those ones over say Tekken. So that's a D for me. I'm gonna stick to the fighting games that I pretty much know at this point. I don't see myself really.
Skull Kid, put him in A.
Skull Kid's A. All right. Yeah. Skull Kid is.
He should be added to Smash.
Yeah. I put him in as basically the. I put him in as basically throwing Beyond Melee a bone. Oops. Let me move forward here again.
That mod's dead.
Yeah. But it's kind of in that same spirit of Smash Land. Throwing Skull Kid the bone in the sense of Skull Kid's moveset was probably one of the best things about Beyond Melee. So, and I would definitely love to see Skull Kid become real again at some point. That's why Skull Kid,
I'm in Rex.
Yeah. Actually, let me fix this because I realized this one was mine. Skull Kid would actually be even higher than Agumon. Skull Kid is my... Oops, I didn't do that right. Skull Kid is actually going to be my my true...
He does have a Rex thing.
there's so many people that keep hinting that maybe something could happen, and I want it to so badly. Because next thing you know, yeah, we will be just doing it ourselves, because this has to stop. Skull Kid deserves it. We
Can you
need
just take Beyond Melee and port it forward and then build off of it? Is that possible?
Could do that. I still see some room for like moveset improvement. The Beyond Melee moveset was fun, but I could still see some like more being done with it, I guess would be the way of putting it. So, but as far as like actually having Skull Kid, like I said, Majora's Mask favorite
He's
Zelda
the
game.
Zelda character they should actually add, not fucking Toon Zelda.
Yeah, not another version of Link, Zelda, or Ganon. Give me a brand new. This character is not one of them. Zelda rep. That's why Tingle's also high up there. It's kind of that please give me a Zelda character that's not just another version of the already existing roster. Give me something fresh. The Majora's Mask love is just the icing on the cake as my favorite Zelda game. Porky.
Oh, Crusade, right?
Yep.
D.
There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same mindset. I'm actively playing Mother 3 finally after all these years to see how good it actually was, but I haven't gotten back to it in a minute. And as far as like Porky and the Mech just feels, it's kind of up there with the Metal Face thing. It's not as bad, but it's still kind of the but I just like Metal Face more as like a character, so shoot. Yeah, low D. It could change after I finish playing through Mother 3, but where I currently stand, no real attachment ties, and the idea of like the mech being the moveset, it's a terrifying thought.
PD, E.
Oh.
Don't care. I don't know what version of the characters, what game, but I just don't want PD like before. Again, if you add PD before all the other Mario characters, thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot what Crusade, right?
Yeah, PD Piranha is a Crusade character, and admittedly, low A for me. I would have rather had PD Piranha over just generic Piranha Plant. It would have been cool to find a way to turn another boss character into playable like they did with Ridley. So, would have been cool. Sunshine's one of my favorite Mario games. I like the PD boss fights, beating up PD. I actually use PD a lot in Mario Kart Double Dash as well, so it's a pick. It would have been better than just generic Plant. I already know where Padamon's going to go for you.
Yeah, I don't have any connection.
It's actually going to be kind of funny to see our finish list as far as like which characters we have a stronger like affinity for. Patamon for me is actually going to be a high. It's an S tier. Patamon's going to be S tier for me, just for that Digimon representation. And Patamon was one of my favorites too. Became freaking Angemon in the show. But yeah, Patamon, like Agumon, playable in Crusade currently.
Yeah, that's gonna go on the E or F.
Yeah,
F too.
Nega Shantae. Yeah, she's playable in Crusade. She's basically evil version of Shantae with a slightly different moveset, which is cool in concept and in execution. But in terms of, like having, yeah, just low E. Just because it's like, if you're going to put another Shantae character in, it might as well be Risky Boots or something. Doing the palette swap, it's easy, but it's too easy considering it's a guest character. Would it be cooler to be the equivalent of like making like an evil Cloud and getting evil Cloud instead of Sephiroth? Just, why would you do that? And next up, we got Squall.
E. I don't really like his moveset.
Squall's gonna be... Yeah, Squall's... yeah, he's a remix character that you can play. Me... I'll put him in E, but I will at least put him before Nega Shantae in this case. It kind of goes back to the never really being into Final Fantasy aside from 6. Never played 8 at all. Have no ties to Squall whatsoever. Don't even have ties to him in Kingdom Hearts as Leon. Nothing. Doesn't mean anything to me, but, you know, another Final Fantasy rep wouldn't be the worst thing ever to see. And it's cool that we have another Final Fantasy rep that way.
Luigi is an F. Don't put... That would never be in Smash.
Yeah.
Full moveset, but would never be in Smash.
Yeah. Yeah, Ouija's also going to be F for me as well. And it's going to be a surprise, Goku's been hanging out in the back the whole time, but Ouija's actually going in the very back for me. So, Ouija is worse than fourth party in my opinion. Ouija is the embodiment of just internet culture gone crazy, and funny as it can be with the cringe. It's like, no, I don't need it. I really don't. I'll play it for laughs and giggles, but if it got taken away, I'd be like, it's fine.
Is this GUI or?
Yeah, GUI. If I remember, GUI is a Crusade character.
You're from Dragon Quest?
Actually, GUI's a Kirby character.
Oh fuck. Oh, you're right. I mixed him up with Slime. I have no connection with him. I forgot he even exists. E.
Yeah, I personally never played the Kirby game that had GUI in it. Kirby 64 was my first Kirby
I played that game. I don't even remember him, but whatever. E.
Yeah. Kirby 64, he wasn't there. Kirby's Dream Land 3, I think, was the one that GUI was in, so there's no real tie.
Oh, he wasn't in 64?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, that might be. That makes sense. I definitely don't know.
I'll put him in D, because he would be an interesting Kirby rep, but I just don't really have any ties. But I like his design, and he is kind of funny, because he is in Star Allies, so it's like, yeah, whatever. That's just, yeah.
Isn't that the Goemon?
Yeah, this is
character?
Ebisu Maru.
Yeah, put him in E. I don't really care too much about
Yeah,
character.
it's the same thing of like, for me, never played the Goemon games proper, so yeah, he's a low E for me. Just doesn't resonate in any way. Maybe it would change if I played the Goemon games, which I got a list. There's games I want to get through and finally, but yeah, he's playable in Smash Remix as the extra slot on Goemon. Let's see. So this is Saki from Sin and Punishment.
D.
Saki for me is gonna be. Oh shoot. Low C. I played the Sin and Punishment games a couple of times. They're cool. They're basically like interesting versions of like Star Fox 64. They had the rail shooter type thing going on, and I like that. But I just didn't grow up with it, had no connections. Would be cool though, because I've been playing through and it is actually a lot of fun. So, good game. Just don't have strong ties, so it'd be like a type thing if they added Saki to the roster. But you can play Saki in Crusade. Same with the next one, Phoenix Wright.
C. It's a tingle.
Yeah, I've never played the Ace Attorney games either.
Yeah, he's okay. He would be an okay choice. I'm not like in love with him though.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to say the same. Yeah, low C. Low C definitely. Just yeah, haven't played Ace Attorney, but cool design, and I played a little bit in NBC.
Yeah, NBC, that's the best moveset for him.
Mm-hmm. So it's like wouldn't be opposed. Just don't have like a ton of strong ties, but the games look fun, so that's why I have them higher than like the others.
Rayman. Yeah, I don't really care about Rayman. F.
Ooh.
I just don't care. I didn't grow up with a character. Yeah. I mean, if she was added, it'd be cool, but I wouldn't. He's not a character that I want.
Yeah, there's no history. There's nothing.
Is he in Flash 2 or?
Rayman is Crusade.
Okay.
Also in the chat we got yeah. See, play Goemon's great. I do actually have that game saved, so I could play Goemon 64 finally to fix that. I might. I got a list of games I'm still trying to get through, so if I get a free spot, I'll try Goemon out. Oh boy.
Oh, he is. Rayman is in Smash Flash 2. I remember that.
Oh, he is. Shoot. So he's in Crusade and Flash 2. My bad.
He's okay.
Let me put him where Rayman's kind of a D for me. Just there was no history. So
Yeah, I know some people might hate me for my opinion for me putting them low, but I just don't have a connection with them.
the point of this list, just a friendly reminder for people still watching or getting into this point. This isn't based on viability or moveset being like good in certain games. This is me caring about the character as a character and the franchises they're from and how badly or happy I am that they're playable thanks to the mods and the fan games out there. So
A Tetris block would be pretty. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry.
Silver first.
No use. He would never be added, I don't think, just for that meme. They would have to acknowledge the meme. C tier. Moveset's alright though. Yeah, I like double jump canceling, whatever. C tier.
Kind of goes back to like no real ties to Sonic other than one game. I didn't play Sonic 06. I didn't play any of the ones that Silver was in after. I have no attachment to you. You are an E for me. Lower even.
He can double jump cancel and he's probably too. He's got some fucking cracked shit in in a remix, but he's got some fun stuff. But that's it.
Yeah.
Tetris block. Fucking.
Oh yeah, forgot to. Yeah. So for you it was for Silver it was oops. Silver was C. Yeah. Sorry about that. I knew I forgot to do something. There we go. So Tetris block, you're thinking
Fucking. He's like either E or F. Or fucking put him in F for the name.
Tetris.
I like it would be alright. I'd be like a block, really.
Yeah, the Tetris block of all things. Tetra Minnow. Me, it's the same thing. Low E. Like, I was always more into Dr. Mario between the games that let you do any of the stack and match and all that. Like, Dr. Mario was more my thing. I didn't play nearly as much.
It's iconic, but it's not a character, you know?
Yeah, this doesn't really... It's a part of gaming history, sure, but yeah, doesn't really have a character weight or impact, so nah.
F.
Yeah, I knew Vegeta was gonna be... Yep, Vegeta's currently playable in Crusade, so...
He's not in Flash, you're right. No, he's not.
No, just... yeah, Goku...
Zack is okay. D.
Oh, let me, yeah, I'm also gonna put lower than Ouija, Vegeta. Same thing, fourth party, guest character, fourth party of another guest, it's just, no attachment, nada. It's good moveset in Crusade, but yeah. So you were saying for Zack...
Yeah, D tier. I just don't have a strong connection with him. If he was added to Smash, it'd be like, oh, cool, but...
Yeah, but other than that, it's like... Yeah, because... Never played Final Fantasy VII until the remake, so I don't really have much Zack exposure other than a little bit of Crisis Core that I played, so he's more of a D pick for me as well. Just doesn't make an impact, but would be cool to see as another Final Fantasy character. His design's neat, as like, you know, edgier Cloud in a way visually. But...
Evil Ryu, E tier.
Yeah! Yeah, a lot of people's stances, too, I've heard. It's like, if you're gonna have Evil Ryu, why not just have Akuma at this point, you know?
I know he's called Kage, but Evil Ryu. No.
Yeah, Evil Ryu for me is gonna be low E. Kind of a mix between not really... A Crusade character, by the way. Kind of a mix of just not having too much Street Fighter history, and then also just, you know, if you're gonna have a villain character in Street Fighter, why not just have Akuma at that point? And the last one.
I don't even know what game she's from.
Yeah, she's obviously from Remix. That's totally where she's from. She's never been from anything ever before.
What?
No. That's the joke. Because people see her, it's like, who is this character? Did Remix just make her?
I literally thought that. I thought you guys made this character. I was like, I didn't know that was a joke.
No, she is from a franchise called Fate, but I only knew it because of the anime being so heavily promoted on Netflix.
Put her in F for Fate.
So, down here...
Yeah, fuck it. She would never get added.
It's true. Me, low because I have played at least the Fate game that she's from, and it is a fun hack and slash, and her moveset's actually a lot of fun in it. But yeah, I'd jaw drop what if she ever got officially added to Smash Bros. I'd be like, I know, no. Like, no way.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's our list. So these are the characters that we're most happy about being playable thanks to the fan games and the mods, and the ones that we're least happy about being playable in them, basically, or the most indifferent toward, I guess would be the way of putting it. It's like, not necessarily hating, but just totally indifferent. F is kind of more the indifferent category for me. Like, neat that they're here in the games, you can play them, but the fact that they are here, either because they are in Smash or because I have no affinity for them, that's why they're lower on the list, basically. So...
my F tiers, they should be deleted.
Just
remove all those characters and you'll have a better game.
Just banish them to the Shadow Realm and be like, it never happened.
I'm kidding.
Suddenly, Owen can't. We both get canceled in a single day. Shoot. So yeah, these are our tier lists. I'm gonna quickly save these so I can actually share these later for people to enjoy. And also, I'll have a description to make it very clear. This isn't about viability. This is just characters I care about that are actually playable thanks to the mods. It's not a I like this moveset better than so and so. This is me, a fan of Skull Kid. Happy that Beyond Melee put him in and he can play him in that mod, basically. So that's why.
Is there a reason why Blaziken's in the A tier if he's like your favorite starter? Just curious.
Honestly, like looking back, I still think Charizard is still like my favorite out of the starters.
Do you like the way he plays in videos?
A little bit of that. I feel like there could have been something more. It's tough. Like, I like Caesar more as a Pokemon. Blaziken is definitely my favorite starter. But there are still Mons that I liked more in this case than Blaziken. But Blaziken is still really cool. Like, Blaziken is like my favorite starter out of the bunch of them. But Caesar is a cooler like design for a Pokemon. I like Caesar more. It's kind of that.
Sure. I think the conversation cut off last time around. So
Yeah, during that wonderful crash moment, and then it crashed right when we were on Crash. Like, how fitting. But yeah, so yeah, these are our lists. It's actually kind of cool to see and being like, which characters made more of an impact when they were playable for us. Like, I doubt any of these characters will ever be officially added, with like one or two exceptions. Like, I could see Sans, I could see Alucard, for example.
I wouldn't count out Shadow or Geno or Crystal or I don't know Slippy. You never fucking.
I wouldn't count him out. Definitely not count him out. Yeah.
Toad, baby. Luigi, baby. There's some actual. I actually think the opposite. I think a lot of people want Dante. Know that.
Yeah, and he's got a cool design. He's
gonna add a warrior rep. It would be Ashley. You know, like a lot of these characters are like the next up of like what would be like.
True.
Not all of them, of course, but
yeah.
Some,
yeah, definitely. So, but it's kind of cool to see, like, thanks to all these fan games and all these mods, that all these characters are even playable in any way. There's more characters here than Ultimate, thinking about it, because I think Ultimate was like, or maybe close to Ultimate, because I think Ultimate's like 80, 70s. I'm not remembering the exact number. I got remix numbers stuck in my head. But there's about as many characters here from all these fan games and mods that there are in the official Smash roster. Like, they're their own roster here as far as, like, seeing all these characters. So, it's cool that these games let us play these characters at all and scratch that itch. It's cool being able to play Agumon and Skull Kid and Blaziken and Caesar. Caesar's new to Crusade. Man, it made me so happy to actually have Caesar playable. I'm going to also switch this back over to the other window a second as I shut this down. Here we go. So, since we're winding down, if anyone is still lurking in chat, if you got any quick questions for me and Honest before we close up shop, because he's got some Sceptile to play pretty quick.
Yeah, I'll boot up the stream after I eat a little bit, and then I'll play T plus Sceptile that just dropped, so I'll play that on stream.
That'll be cool. Let's see. Looks like I gotta fix my window a second here. See if that fixed it. There we go. All right, Windows back. It freaked out a second. I had to pull it back up. So here's our faces again since the earlier part of the stream. What 9x4? What's 9 times 4? Is that what you're asking, Splice? Is that your question for us? Ooh.
36.
Splice in the chat was like, what's 9 times 4? Ooh, that's a tough one. It could be 36, but I'm probably wrong. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Thanks for pointing that out. So I did actually miss Ninten and Maskman. Oh.
That's okay.
Yeah. Well, I can throw those...
Would be...
I'll throw those in post. Ninten, for me, would probably be low C. Same with Maskman. Ninten and
Maskman
Maskman
would be A for me.
Oh, Ninten and Maskman would be A?
Not Ninten, but just Maskman. Maskman A, Ninten would be B.
Okay. Me, I'll put both of them in my C, basically. I'll make room so I can throw them in at the very end there. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. There were a couple of... There's so many characters to keep track of, I lose track too. Oh, it's 999. You ran the calcs. How many sex does it take to get to the Tootsie? Oh, you mean who? That's a meme there. There we go. Got this fixed again. And I'll shut that down so I can save it. Because, yeah, I'll fix that. I'll actually add them in proper in post. Knew I forgot something. There's always at least 1 or 2 characters that slip by when you got this many. So, that's just the name of the game. Stop the stream there. So any other quick questions before we wind down? Like, any accusations like, why do you like that character more? And me just saying, hey, I played those games. I like how those characters look more. They mean something to me. They mean something to you. Let's see. So yeah, you're gonna be playing Sceptile tonight.
Yeah.
I need to get set up with P plus EX so I can actually try out Sceptile too. I just have not done it.
I'll let that be the run on that. Like I'll probably play Sceptile the whole time.
That'll be cool. I'm curious to see just how well Sceptile actually plays. So this is actually going to be pretty cool. And of course you got
I
people.
don't like it. It's like it looks very well made, so you have to give it a chance.
Louie and Alf.
You mean Toad, right?
Toad. Shoot. Oh shoot, Louie and Alf. Yeah, Louie and Alf for me would be E. I don't have any real attachment to Pikmin at all.
Alf is better than Louie in Remix, but Louie is E, and then Alf is like E, but like Alf is actually good in Remix.
Yeah. But as far as like the Pikmin franchise goes, that was one that I missed out on growing up. Don't have any real tie to it. The characters look neat, but just don't have any Pikmin affinity, so they're E's for me. Maybe I'll fix that by playing Pikmin one of these days, but... So, yeah. Oop. Thanks for pointing that out, by the way, Defender. I'll definitely fix that, and it will be showcased properly on the images. So that's 4 characters I gotta throw in. I'll know which ones. Yeah! Pretty hype. So as far as like the next Smash goes, what is it going to be? Is it going to be Ultimate Deluxe, or is it going to be a brand new Smash game? I'm still putting my bet toward a Ultimate Deluxe port. I could totally...
No, I think it's going to be a new game.
Ooh. Okay, so...
I don't see the reason of doing the port. They've never done that before, and they've been very against that in the past, or at least Sakurai has.
True. Sakurai himself was against it. Nintendo was more willing to do it if they had to. Yeah, I could see it being a new game. The only reason I could see it being a port is just because you basically hyped it up as Ultimate. Everyone is here. Where can you go beyond that? There's not really anywhere except for it again, but more. Which I'd be fine with. If we got an Ultimate Deluxe that actually gave us like cut features, like a proper like trophy mode to look at trophies, or some more interesting like game modes to mix things up. That actually would be a reason to call it a deluxe version, or the definitive edition, whatever you want to call it. So, Oh no, if they did an Ultimate Deluxe, it would also be a chance to not only retain the licenses for the current characters, but you would also get the chance to put in some more characters if you wanted to. But they probably won't do it. They'll probably, like you said, they'll probably just move on to a new Smash, start from scratch. Thanks for hopping in, Enchanted. Yep, we did a little co-op podcast stream today. And we did a tier list just a few moments ago showcasing our favorite characters in terms of, like, the characters that have been added into mods and fan games. Like, Skull Kid's my top tier, S tier. Would love Skull Kid to be real someday, and I'm glad that we have something to play Skull Kid with. But yeah, we're probably going to wind down pretty quick because you got your stream coming up pretty soon. I'm overdue for some dinner before I hop back in. Last chance. If anyone has any direct questions for me or Honest relating to Smash Bros., quickly throw it out. Otherwise, we're going to shut her down pretty quick. And then I got to go through and take both these clips and smash them together. Actually, yeah. So that being said, is there any, like, new characters from, like, any IPs that you could see getting added to Smash at this point?
See or want?
I guess want in this case. Like, because, you know, new characters are usually the focus. Is there any new characters in anything right now that you'd be like, put them in Smash?
A Valve character would be cool. Whether it's Team Fortress or probably Half-Life.
Mm-hmm.
So Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
Cool.
Gordon Freeman.
I think it would be Gordon Freeman because he's the face of Valve. I think any other character would be a step under Gordon Freeman.
That's true.
Shepard from Mass Effect would be pretty out there, but I would like that. It'd be kind of like random. I think at one time, Mass Effect was on the Wii U, which is kind of funny. But I like Mass Effect a lot.
Yeah.
Who else? Gino, but I don't know if that'll actually happen. Maybe not. I don't
Maybe
know.
not. The only thing
Gino's is relevant right now, so
yeah,
there's that.
About to say, thanks to the RPG remake, Gino does at least have a little bit of a leg to stand on compared to before. I still want Master Chief. I still think of him as the mascot of Xbox gaming. He's up there with, like, Mario and Sonic and Mega Man. Pac-Man is, like, the face of the brand. Even with all the missteps Halo's taken throughout the years, I'd still love to see Master Chief as a true character added to the roster in some capacity, either in a deluxe or even just a brand new Smash game finally. He'd be one of them. I would actually like to see Shantae as a playable character. She'd have way more of a chance at this point than, like, say, like, Vector Man, obviously. Shantae or Alucard. I'd like to see either one of those characters added alongside, like, Master Chief. Defender in chat said Doom Guy. Doom Guy would actually be pretty cool. He got a Mii costume. He could always graduate to a full-blown fighter. So, yeah, those are some possibilities. But I guess that being said, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it today.
Yep. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, so thank you again, everyone, for joining in for this second episode of Monty's Mountainview. I'm trying to lock in an episode 3 in terms of what it's going to be about. It might be a Zelda-focused topic. Talk about some Zelda memories and stuff like that. Trying to see if I can get that worked out. It's still a work in progress, but I appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Thank you, Zach, for being here and being my guest and talking Smash and reminiscing about the old days, too.
Yeah, no problem.
So, yeah, it was fun. So, thanks again, everyone, for being here. Oh, will there be a dishonest content? Should I bring dishonest content on the stream in the future? I don't know. I don't think me and him would get along very well.
Maybe. I want it.
Oh, gosh. Start up the stream. I thought I was getting honest content, not dishonest.
Say the opposite. Brawl was actually really good. It was really fun.
Tripping was your favorite mechanic.
Brawl was my favorite game.
You were,
Brawl was better. They should have kept tripping in Smash 4.
You were so mad they didn't bring tripping back in 4, and really mad they didn't bring it back in Ultimate.
Text back, and then you say, like, tripping. Instead of where dashing a dash, you say, I
want tripping.
Like, tripping.
Very underrated mechanic. People just don't appreciate it for what it does.
it's Brawl's real comeback mechanic. If you think about it, if you think
Oh.
about it in a very nuanced way, it's really the X factor of Brawl. Is your other is
Oh
the opponent
gosh.
fucking up.
Like saying it with a straight face is impossible, but sadly there is a little bit of like an underlying
Well, that's the
yeah.
funny thing about dishonest content is you just fucking you toe the line. It's funny.
Yeah, makes you question your own sanity at that point, but also brings up points that you sit there and go, wait, does he have a point? No, I can't agree with him. I can't.
Fucking stupid.
But it was a lot of
Alright.
fun. So anyways, for all you that are here, go catch Honest when he does his stream next. Go check out Septile. Go check out more of his videos. He recently posted a video about Ultimate's mid-tiers, so go check that out. Might even drop some links here in the chat and the actual version when I post it soon. So, yeah, thank you all for being here tonight. It was fun. See you all in the next one, but until then, farewell.